Hey listener, and during quarantine time, welcome to another episode by Life Through a Learner's Eye. And as all of you might have known, in this March, 2020 March, we have had an outbreak, a virus outbreak, and this is getting serious. At the start of March and in the start of this year, I don't really know the exact dates, but this virus was only restricted to China, and we were just like, and I remember people in my country and people in Pakistan mein log, they were blaming China for eating all of those wild foods. And actually the cause, first let's talk about the cause of the virus. The virus is, yes, spread by a bat, but these bats, and they are not responsible for the virus. We humans are. And this is not the first and the last outbreak or a pandemic that we'll ever have. 13th March was the day that this was actually declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization. Who are they? Like, they are who? Like, literally, they are who? And as it was declared a pandemic, we have just seen it grow. It went to then Iran, and then it went to Italy, and then America. It's in our country too. I mean, there are as per today there were above 1,000 plus cases. So what is this with outbreaks? What are outbreaks actually? Outbreaks are when these viruses, they become so common, and there's no cure for them, of course, and they take lives. They take a lot of lives, and we have had outbreaks before, and we will have outbreaks again. This is not the last outbreak, and there is nothing to fear, and I'll just prove it in a second here. But let's see, what were the outbreaks that we had? The greatest outbreak, in the 2005 and 2006, we have influenza viruses, and all of those, and they caused flu, and that flu was really severe as well. We had the swine flu and all of that. These outbreaks, they're not a new thing, and people die. We have to accept it. People die. A lot of people die, but we don't want our humanity to be dead by these viruses. So we need to be effective to deal with them. And in the 1918, there was a severe outbreak. And when I say severe outbreak, it was severe outbreak. This was 3,000 times. Can you believe that? 3,000 times more spread than the coronavirus. And then this was just more fatal. There was no cure for it. 500,000 people died from this virus, from this flu, and it was called the Spanish flu back then. In 1918, we had the Spanish flu. And by the way, just to clear it, this did not originate from Spain. This is not why it's called Spanish flu. It is called Spanish flu because Spain started to give the coverage of the virus, to spread awareness about the virus, that this virus is real and this has started to become an outbreak. Spain started it, and that's why it's called the Spanish flu, and we have had it. That started in 1918, and 500 million people. I'm going to take my word back. I messed up on numbers. There are not 500,000, 500 million people were dead. And this was 3,000 times more stronger than corona. And you know what's the best thing about it? The best thing is that it ended in 1919. The outbreak ended. There was not the cure for virus, but the outbreak ended. So it's not like these outbreaks are everlasting. And most of the people, I have seen an outbreak for the first time, and this is a global outbreak, and that's the second thing, being a global outbreak. We must fear this thing, right? I don't think that we should fear it, because fear only weakens us. Let's see at the facts. Wuhan recovered. This media is spreading. The more and more you listen on the fatality of the virus and all of that, you will have fear inside of you. It's like this media, it's like they're pouring fear inside of you, and you don't want that inside your head. Fear doesn't make you strong, it just makes you weak. Fear is such a strong force. And did you know why is there fear? We have had fear. We are humans and we have fear. We fear things. We fear to do new things. We fear ghosts, if you believe in that. We fear ghosts. and then we fear this virus, and we fear a lot of other things. We fear to get the courage to go up and talk to our boss, ask him about a raise. We fear many things. But where does fear come from? Fear comes from your brain, and it comes because you have a 2 million-year-old brain, and it is not designed to make you happy. It is designed to make you survive. This brain is designed to make you survive, not happy. So if you are on the mercy of this brain, God help you. Because this brain is only going to make you survive. It's not going to give you a life. It is going to give you a life, but that's not what you call a life, right? Yeah, if you're not happy in your life, what's the purpose of your life, really? Happiness is the number one thing that we all must be looking for in life. And by the way, why am I talking about happiness? There's this outbreak and all of this, and you should actually, there are a lot of things that you should do that people are telling you to do. And in my country, there are like a lot. All of WhatsApp is full of these recipes that you should do to strengthen your immune system so you don't get the coronavirus, and you should do this. The precautions are very basic. Wash your hands, practice social distancing, stay in quarantine, and isolate yourself for a bit, and just these, and all the basic precautionary measures, follow them. That's very, very important to follow them, because we don't need to spread this virus, and we don't need to be a way of spreading. Because for example, if I am infected by this virus, it will not only be me. There is a high chance that the people who live with me, they are infected too. So I don't want to get infected, because I care for them. I care for all the people I care for all the neighbors. I care for my mom and dad. I care for my brothers. I care for my sisters. I care for all of them. So I don't want them to get the virus through me. So that's why I'm trying to keep myself safe, and that's what you should do. Practice social distancing. Don't go out that much, and wash your hands properly, and wash your hands for 20 minutes, as WHO suggests. WHO doesn't mean like WHO. It stands for World Health Organization, and I like joking about it. So yeah, cope with it. So, the only vaccine of this virus is the immune system right now. The immune system is enough to deal with this virus, to fight this virus, and you need to make your immune system stronger, right? Let's say if I get the virus, I'm not saying that any of your example, I'm saying that let's say I get the virus, and then I fear, and I don't only get the coronavirus, I get the fear virus as well. I mean, I have corona, and then there's the fear. The fear is, I think, a much stronger virus than the corona, because my immune system can fight the corona, but it cannot fight the fear. Until I decide to fight it, I decide to end it, and that fear could in turn, it could weaken my immune system as well. If I don't end it, it could weaken my immune system, and this fear, when it weakens my immune system, it will weaken my ability to fight with this virus that I have, the coronavirus. I don't have it. I'm just supposing. So anybody who thinks that fear is a way to protect yourself, it's not. Don't be fearful. And I know there are a lot of videos out there and a lot of things that are happening. I mean, media, you always see the death toll and it is increasing and all of that increasing, but we are not really looking at the positive side. I believe that there is always a positive side. We just need to look at it. And we are just looking at the negative side. The deaths are rising, but there are patients recovering as well. I mean, Wuhan has cleared itself. The city from which it originated, this virus, it has cleared itself. What else? What is the evidence do we need? I mean, we have a way of recovering. We have a way of, preventing. We have a way. We just need to follow it. And fear might be the very thing that's stopping us. So I'm not here to tell you about some precautionary measures that you should take. Do this, do that. Do that. I'm here to tell you that you should do these things, but I'm not here to basically tell you to just do this and have fear inside of you. The main thing that I'm here to kind of like improve inside of you and inside of me as well. We are in this together. We are in this virus together. We are in this outbreak together. So you must not fear, because it will stop you, it will weaken you. Fear is a force, it's a motivator, it will just suck the juice out of you. You don't want that, you want to be strong. You want to be strong to fight this virus in case you get it. You want to have your number one system, your immune system, be ready to fight this virus. And fear is not the thing. It's just not. And you know what will help you? Fear will weaken you. What can help you? Positivity, optimism. It can help you. Because it has been proven, it has been proven a number of times that health is sometimes a choice. Not sometimes. I'm sorry I said sometimes. Health is a choice. It has been proven a number of times. There are people who have been told that in the next 8 weeks they'll die, and they recovered. They recovered from that condition, and the scientists are like, how the hell is that even possible? How can they recover? Because they calm their mind, they calm their heart, and then they care for the vitality, the energy inside their body, and then they do the appropriate steps. And then the appropriate steps, not to treatment, they first of all, they believe. They do all the things. Whatever we do, it's 80% why, 20% how. 80% psychology and 20% the mechanics. So if you get the psychology right, you will eventually find out about the mechanics. And this applies to health as well. Your psychology needs to support you, not drown you. I mean, you what will be, just tell me, what will be the consequences of a business who, like, I start a business and say, maybe, I don't know, I'm trying, if it works, I'm keeping it, if it don't, I'm like throwing it. How much do you think my business will succeed? I mean, how many percent of chances there are? 0. That's what I'll give me, 0. If I'm going to start a business with that language, it's 0. And if you're, I don't know, I'm taking precautionary barriers, and I don't know, if I take the virus, it's death for me. If you say to yourself, if the story inside your head is, I get the virus, it's death, then you'll get death. I'm being serious. I'm being real with you. I'm not talking about some positivity bullshit. I'm talking about the reality here. If you say that story, if you say that if I get the virus, I'm going to find a way to strengthen my immune system and I'll fight it. Because you know what's stronger than any outbreak, any pandemic? Humans. The human power is stronger than anything. And in this time, in this uncertain time, all of the uncertain times and uncertainty, the sun will shine equally above all of us. But during this time, we human need to have faith, not fear. We need to have faith over fear. These both are F words. And the first one, faith, it is so much more powerful. I mean, it's just a perspective, right? If you say to yourself, and if you just change the story, you can have faith. Have faith in humans. You know, I gave you the example about the Spanish flu, 1918. We fought that. That was 33,000 times more stronger. 33,000 times. And humans, they fought it. They fought it. We got out of it. We ended it. It was us. Like, it was humans, right? So humans, they fought it. They fought this virus. We will fight it again. We will fight the coronavirus as well. What you and I need to do in this uncertain time is, first, I don't want you to listening to every news out there. I mean, I don't want you listening to excessive media. I mean, the media who's spreading the negative images and all that. I don't want you to do that. I want you to first go inside your mind, and then secondly, have faith. Have faith in humanity. Have faith in human power, because this is a time to be human. This is a time to have humanity. This is not a time to discriminate based on your country or your color or anything. It's not a time to discriminate. It's a time to be one, to be a human first, and to care for humans. So don't fear, have faith. That's my message. That is what I'm trying to provide here. That faith is a stronger force. Faith is a much more powerful motivator. And if you have faith, you have great chances of fighting this virus. and even greater chances of helping people. There are people who are in need, and who are to help them? Humans are to help them. We are humans. I am human. I have to help them in some ways. You and I, both of us have to help them, and we can't help them if we are fearful inside first. So, my friends, this is the only thing that I want to say to you. Don't be fearful of the current situation. Don't be fearful of the COVID-19. Have faith on a power much, much greater than that, and that's human power. Have faith on God. Have faith in yourself. Have faith on human power. Humans are amazing. I mean, they can be given any challenge and they'll find a way out of it. They'll always do 100% of the time. They'll do. Believe in them. So, you gotta believe in human power in this time, because if you don't, it will cost us. See? So this was for today's podcast, and I really wanted to provide something, and provide a powerful force, and that's faith. The force of faith, that's what we are calling it from today. The force of faith. And just my message to you is, this podcast was to end on one line, my message to you is faith over fear. That's it. Faith over fear, my friends. And I give my best wishes to you. I wish you health. I wish you wealth. I wish you wellness. I wish you faith. I wish you everything. I wish you love. All of my love is being sending it in your way. And hang in there. We'll get out of this. We're in this together. So I will see you tomorrow on the next episode. And till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.